The Naismith Moment, a look at hardwood history, culture, and the Canadian game. This week on the Naismith Moment, Hangin with Harrison Barnes. Welcome back to Hoops Lounge. My name is Marc Griffin, a.k.a. Montreal Marc. I'm joined by my man, Michael Grumberg.
Pleasure today.
And the man in the middle, Harrison Barnes, Golden State Warriors. You're in Montreal for the NBA Nation Tour. NBA Canada putting this on. First time here. I want to just start off early on in life. I'll tell you a little thing about myself. My mother was, when I was 6 years old, got me into basketball. She was an assistant coach on my first team. And I heard your mom's been a huge influence in you playing the game.
Oh, yeah, my mom's been huge. I mean, from whether it was, starting me with watching the tapes to just always encouraging me to, play the game of basketball, to literally sacrificing her weekends, cutting her job short to make sure I get to tournaments and do all that type of stuff. I mean, she's a huge reason why I played the game, why I've been so successful in my work ethic.
I'm wondering on a different level about Josh McDermott. You know him, McBuckets. And how do you think he's going to adjust the NBA?
Doug.
Sorry, my fault.
He's gonna definitely make a huge adjustment. I mean, he's in obviously a great situation being in Chicago. He's gonna have guys he can learn from, whether it's Joe Kim, Taj Gibson, Derrick Rose, great coaching, Coach Thibodeau. So I think he'll come in and really kind of give them the scoring lift that they need, the outside shooting.
Sure. So you went from Iowa, the cornfields there, to go into to Chapel Hill in North Carolina. Was it Roy Williams? What was the mystique that really brought you to go to UNC?
I mean, honestly, it was the guys there. Mm-hmm. I mean, when I was making my college decision, it was kind of like, all the basketball programs are top notch. Mm-hmm. All the academics are, great. So it's kind of like, who do you get along with best? And it was like the guys I met there were guys, I could see myself, obviously being close with for the rest of my life. Mm-hmm. And that's what's happened.
That's profound. And then, of course, you pack it up and then you head to the NBA, and there's a lot of expectations on you. Talk about that adjustment period, and especially coming into a contender, too. That's a big deal, right?
Yeah, it was crazy. I mean, we were just talking, when I first got drafted to Golden State, you think, okay, this team's a lottery team, obviously they have some, some holes that need to be filled. So I'm thinking, kind of come in there and let's just improve on what we did last season. But when you start going in camp and you start looking around, you're like, man, we got a great team. Like, I think we can really do some things. Go my first year was like, let's just make the playoffs. We haven't done that in, 18 years. Let's see what can happen. Boom, do that. It's like, let's try to advance further. Obviously, last year, we made the playoffs again, but, getting out in the first round isn't where we wanted to end up. So, this year, we're trying to do the same thing, trying to take that next step as a team.
Thanks.
One of the things you're known for, and it's a really great thing, your interaction with the fans. I know you did an internship with Facebook this summer, learning the social media aspect of things, the branding, the building. Like I said, building community with the people around you. That's why you're here for NBA Nation. Can you talk about the post office box and your willingness to just be part of that community?
Yeah, honestly, I mean, my biggest thing is always just, trying to give back to the fans as best I can. I don't try to get too big with it. I just try to do it in a grassroots way. And I realized there was a lot of people I looked up to growing up, and whether it was Fred Hoiberg signing an autograph for me or B.J. Armstrong, whoever it was, I know that meant a lot to me at that time. And just to be able to do that now, I mean, it's great. That's why I'm here. That's why I did the post office thing, and hopefully I can continue to do more stuff like it.
I'll show you something right here. So when I was a kid, when I was about 15, I started sending out cards to guys to get signed. A lot of them did not get sent back, but a fellow Golden State Warrior, Mitch Richmond, signed this from 20 years ago, and now he's in the Hall of Fame. So this means a lot to the fans. I don't think a lot of guys realize that. So it's really good that you're giving back. So this year, you're coming into a new season with maybe the most touted rookie coach in a long time. What are your expectations having Steve Kerr along the way in Golden State?
Yeah, I've had a chance to spend a lot of time with Coach Kerr, actually, and he's a sharp guy. He knows his stuff. I think he's definitely going to bring a different culture to our team that we need. Kind of someone who's won. He's been on a lot of championship teams. He's been around those big moments, and he's been a part of that. So I think we can kind of talk to him, and when things start getting tight, when we're in those playoff series or we're in those tight games, and we kind of need that mental approach. I think he'll be able to help us a lot.
I think final question. Because I know you don't know him so well, that's what you're saying, but I'm wondering if you think that the NBA, because it's moving towards shooting in the front court, right? How do you think Kerr's going to come in and address that with you guys? Because you guys can really shoot in the front court if you want to.
He likes range shooting for us. He's gone on record and said
big smile on your face too.
Yeah, I mean, well, if he needs one, I can be there.
You don't mind.
No, I think he definitely wants to play fast. I think that's his biggest thing. He feels like we have talent to do that, and I don't think he thought we played fast enough last year. So that's one thing. Two, I think he wants more of an inside presence as well. I mean, we have obviously David Lee can shoot, and Bogut can play a lot, but I think he wants to kind of get a low post presence established. And I thought last year, I think we obviously shot a lot of threes. That's what we do, but there can be a balance. We can still play fast, shoot a lot of threes. We can also have that inside presence. So I think that's probably something I'd like to do this year.
All right. Well, thank you, Harrison, for the interview, and enjoy Montreal. And thanks for giving back the fans, and have a great season.
We'll do. Appreciate it, guys.
Yeah.